Shalom, everyone. So I get really amazed at the Creator when I hear things in my spirit, and then I go look up what He is telling me, and and then He leads me to certain places, and it's just like I just get really set free from understanding, coming out of a cloudy place into understanding. And I know that I'm talking to people that are just on this channel. But I'm learning more because He keeps speaking to me about that Ga, because I had seen it a couple of years ago, that rope that He showed me in a vision. I knew nothing about it, like I know now, but that's gone, right? So I destroyed the evidence is what I heard, and so I've been kind of thinking about that, and it's like He led me back to this Ga, and like I said, I had seen that vision of that rope just unfurling. It just unfurled. And so I heard Him say today, and for those of you who watched my offline video a little bit ago, I just deleted that. I didn't upload it, obviously. But I had heard Him say, I destroyed the evidence. And it's amazing what the Creator will tell you. It's beautiful, though, because it's for understanding. Like I said, we can't fully be set free until we understand exactly what had happened. You know what I'm saying? Not to condemn, but to be set free from it. He told me today that when I was reading about that He created the heavens and the earth, but it had become void. It became that way. He didn't create it that way. Something happened, and it became that way. And He wrote void across it, right? And the Spirit had to come and hover over that thing. I was thinking about a voided check, and how when you have to write void on it, you can't go buy anything with that check now because it has void on it. But that doesn't mean that check couldn't have any purpose for use without void across it. And what I mean by that is He showed me, like, when you're going on a job or something and you want direct deposit, they said, give me a check with a void on it so that we can have what's on there, so we can begin to directly deposit profitable things within it from that voided place. I love the Creator. And so even though He destroyed the evidence, He still uses from that voided place profitable things to download or to, we've been talking about downloading things, but to deposit and transfer things from that place to us to make us grow. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. But anyway, I got to thinking about that rope that unfurled, which literally goes right back to Him telling me over and over, I'm protected, and so are you, because the card kept coming out saying, I'm very possessive over you and I protect you. And that's the Creator saying that to us. I mean, I don't know, somebody on the other side might be protective of me, but it's all by design, so it's still the Creator doing it. He's doing it to you as well, whoever's watching by the eye, because I'm fixing to go into the Ayin, which the Ayin is the 16th letter, or the 16th letter in the Hebrew, which in the card deck is the Tower. And I had a card deck. I don't have those card decks anymore, but I had a card deck, and I actually had done a video online one time last year of the Tower that had the eye right at the very top of it. Okay, now this morning I kept coming back to this Ga, because I keep seeing that Ga in different places. Okay, and I had an aunt, they called her that, and like I said, I don't know if that was by design. I don't care. It really doesn't matter anymore, because we're walking in a place of light and love, right? And but anyway, this Ga, that twisted rope, meaning it came from goat horns that were twisted, right? And anything twisted, the way I'm looking at it and likening it to, I'm looking at the lies of the devil. Okay, not everything that's been twisted to use to make for fabric and stuff like that. And I'm not talking about that. I'm obviously talking about spiritual things. Anyway, for him to unfurl that, just now what I know, I really trust, which I've always really trust, but yeah, I'm just in awe. Because when I heard him say, that the evidence has been destroyed, or I destroyed the evidence, or however he said that to me in my spirit a little while ago, I came back to this and was reading about this, and it says that, while this letter existed in ancient Semitic languages and some modern Semitic languages, it no longer exists in the modern Hebrew. Instead, it has been absorbed into the ayin. Well, the ayin is the eye that watches. Now, we're talking about the Creator's eye. We're not talking about the Cyclops eye. Okay? I have still a lot to learn. I'm still learning a lot. And it's just blowing me away. But maybe I get revelation on all that stuff. I don't know. But all I know is if this has been absorbed into the ayin, because it does have something to do with seeing and knowing things. That's why the enemy wanted to put people in those chains, right? But the Creator had to come across and write void on it. And now we glean from why he had to do that. And because we know about that and understand, because the eye is also represents understanding something. Spiritually, we've come up higher. We've graduated from down here coming up here now. So when he said I destroyed the evidence within the eye, but he showed me that it unfurled, because now it's totally unfurled, because I have a real understanding of what's happened and who really was behind the scenes causing people and things to operate, and sorcery in the land that was being used for wickedness. Now, all of it's literally been destroyed. The evidence has now been destroyed, because when he spoke over, let there be light now, he's destroyed that evidence, right? So this is beautiful to me. It says this letter is silent in the Hebrew, so now we understand. While sometimes we do observe things, and we're because the eye doesn't speak. Right? His eye, that's way up here, it just watches, and it goes to and fro in the earth. Right? Some people have that Cyclops eye. And I'm not saying anything about anybody. Okay? I'm talking about that being that Roy eye. Okay? That's what I'm talking about. I'm likening this to the eye of the Creator, the eyes that watch everything. I just thought that was amazing how he showed that to me. Now, this eye in the early Semitic language was written like an eyeball. It looks like an eyeball. But it evolved into the similar O. And I've talked about that O on here before. The thing about it, I had to look up the root of the word absorb. It literally means sucked out, and I mean, it just really gave some gobbled up and all that stuff. But that's all the stuff that we've been dealing with, right? And that O being the biggest entity, but yet it's nothing at all, comes from that eye. Comes from seeing things, understanding. Remember, we're looking at things from in a totally different way now. Yet having understanding of where it came from, where it's written void, but now getting a new deposit and getting what's the word I want to use? It's putting us in a wealthy place in a different way spiritually. I hope this makes sense, because when I seen it, I was like, oh my gosh, that's amazing, because spiritually he gobbled it up in his eye, because he was watching over this whole thing for all of us, and he's protected us through it, because it was time to come out of that. It's so beautiful, I think. I guess it's all in the way you look at things and how the Creator speaks to you from different angles and views. And and I said that on that other video that I had seen that dream where the whole earth was just covered by this stuff, and here come the Creator's teeth. That thing was just fierce, coming down, wanting to chomp it all up, destroy destroying the evidence of what the earth allowed to become destroyed with. He's now using what that destruction was, even through void, as a direct deposit in a very spiritual sense for us to have profit by that we're profiting by it, even prophesying. Sons and daughters, the book of Joel keeps coming up. I'm going to return to you everything that the enemy stole from you, and gobbled up right there in that scripture where the pommel worm gobbled it up. That's beautiful because he's just tying it all together. Yet it's untied and unfurled, but yet it's a new type of I don't know. It's just, I could just keep going on and on and on and get so many different revelations. I just wanted to share that. So I don't know if I'll upload this or not. We'll see. If it gets up there, then you got to watch it. And if not, the offline viewers watched it, I know. To me, that's beautiful. It's beautiful that he showed me something that I didn't even know existed every time. And then comes back and confirms what he says. It's beautiful. That's something to truly know that you are grounded within, and you don't have to ever worry, because he really is watching over everything. So anyway, I was just sharing that. Shalom.